This story will completely change the way you look at the world. In a book I read when I was in my 20s, I read a story that will completely change the way I look at life. A story I will never forget. Don't worry, I will briefly share this gem with you without any further ado. The story starts like this. One day, Jesus meets a man on his journey. The man asks him if he can travel with him, and Jesus agrees. During the journey, they stop by a river to eat. Jesus takes out 3 buns from his saddlebag. One of the buns is eaten by him, and the other by the man. Then Jesus goes to the river, and when he comes back, he sees that the 3rd bun has disappeared and asks the man, "What happened to the 3rd bun?" The man replies, "I don't know." When the man replies, "I don't know," Jesus says, "All right," and they continue their journey. In a wooded area, they see a deer and her fawns. Jesus calls one of the fawns, and when it comes, they slaughter it, cook it, and make use of its meat. Jesus looks at the remains and says, "Come alive, God willing," and the remains come together and give life to the deer, and the deer runs back to its mother. Jesus turns to the man and asks, "By God, who has shown you this miracle? What happened to the 3rd bun?" Again, the man replies, "I don't know." The journey continues, and they come to a lake without a bridge. Jesus takes the man by the hand, and they walk across the water. Jesus asks the man again, "Tell me, for the sake of God who has shown you this miracle, what happened to the 3rd bun?" Again, the man replied, "I do not know." Finally, when they come to a desert near the city, Jesus says to a pile of sand, "By Allah, turn it into gold," and the sand turns into a pile of gold. After dividing the gold into 3 parts, he turns to the man and says, "1/3 of the gold is mine, 1/3 is yours, and 1/3 belongs to the one who takes the 3rd donut." Hearing this, the man excitedly says, "I took the 3rd donut." Jesus said, "All the gold is yours," he says, and walks away. The man, left alone with a pile of gold, was wondering what to do with it when 2 bandits came to the scene, saw the gold, and made an attempt on the man's life. The man says to the bandits, "We can divide the gold into 3. The bandits agree. "Let one of us go to the city. Before it gets dark, he will bring us something to eat and the sacks to divide the gold." While 2 people wait for the gold, the other one goes to the city. Those waiting whisper among themselves and decide, "When the man comes back, we will kill him and divide the gold in 2, so that our share will increase." They kill the man returning from the city on the spot. But what they didn't count on was that the man who went to the city also thought, "I will poison the food I will buy. They will eat it and die, and I will keep all the gold." When the men ate the food and died themselves, 3 corpses were left unclaimed in front of a pile of gold. Jesus, who was passing by with other companions, looked at what was happening, realized what was happening by the permission of Allah, turned to those around him and told them, and concluded by saying, "This is what the world is all about. Beware of it." If you understand this story, as you should, your whole life will change. Let's do it like this. First, I will share with you the most important parts of this story, and you can share with me in the comments the parts that I cannot see. First, when Jesus began his journey with a man he did not know, he left him alone with the 3rd donut to determine his trustworthiness. Remember, sometimes testing our choice of friends without harming them can bring us great rewards later on. The second one, when the man said he did not know what happened to the donut, Jesus did not do what an ordinary person would do, but simply remained silent. If he had been an ordinary person, he might have said, "It's just you and me here. I left you alone with the 3rd donut, and when I came, there was no 3rd donut. Now you tell me you don't know. You are a liar. All the evidence shows that." He didn't, because he asked a question and got an answer. He respected the answer and waited patiently, because he did not have a confession or sufficient evidence to accuse the other person. That is a great maturity. I don't know about you, but if it were me, I would definitely have accused him immediately. Thirdly, when Jesus witnessed the 1st and 2nd miracle with the man, he again politely asked him the same question. But when he still made no confession, Jesus wanted to try something different, something to which human nature is predisposed. Possessions, which is what most people expect from the world. When the man saw the gold coins, he immediately confessed his guilt, because unfortunately, man is greedy. We always want more and more. This can even make us confess things. Fourth, when Jesus got the confession he was waiting for, he gave up all the gold, because he knew that he should not be friends with a man who steals, lies about it, and confesses his guilt, because he cannot suppress his greed for his own gain. So true friendship is more important than a pile of gold. Fifth, when the bandits who came after Jesus left, tried to kill the man for the gold, the man himself offered to divide the gold into 3rds. This shows us what people are willing to give up for life, which they can have only once. Sixth, the bandits too could not go against their nature and became greedy, even to the point of taking a life. But they ignored the possibility that the man who was also greedy might think the same thing, and they themselves died. As you can see, at the end of the story, there was nothing but gold left in the middle. It would probably take us a lot more time to talk about what we can learn from this. So let Jesus say the seventh. This is the world. Beware of it. I was happy to share these important lessons that this story has taught me. I hope it was a useful video. I hope to see you in my other videos on many more important topics like this. Stay safe. To be informed about future videos, you can subscribe to the channel and like the video to help it reach a larger audience. You can send the story to your friends who you think need to hear it. And you can make me happy by commenting and sharing with me what I have not seen. Goodbye.